Okay. All right, everybody. Welcome to Facebook Domination. We're going to zero in tonight, and I think probably the majority of you that are on this webinar or watching the recording had a chance to take a look at the video that I had that really illustrated why Facebook is the #1 online resource to build your health and wellness direct sales business. And Facebook Domination is focused on the direct sales, health, and wellness business. So I think it makes it very, very unique in the industry. And that's what our focus is. So let me go ahead and get started. I've got a lot of things to cover tonight. We're going to go for probably about 45 minutes, maybe even a little bit longer than that. I want to try to get in as much content as I possibly can. I want to share as much as I can with you. I may go a little bit fast, but again, this is being recorded. You can always go back and watch some of the things that I was talking about tonight if you weren't able to take notes and catch some of it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get this party started. A little bit about myself. Some of you know me, some of you don't, so let me give you a little bit about my background. 35 years of sales and marketing experience, 25 years in the direct sales arena. I've spent the last 15 years online marketing. That's really my expertise. That's what I focus on. And for the last 5 years, it's really been focused in the social media marketing areas, specifically on Facebook. I have developed a number of different Facebook marketing programs. I've taught thousands and thousands of students. Thousands of people have gone through my programs over the past 5 years. So I have a tremendous amount of experience specifically in Facebook marketing. I've built myself several large health and wellness direct sales organizations, so I'm very familiar with the direct sales business. I've built some very big organizations in a number of companies that I'm sure you all would recognize. And I was the founder and CEO, this was about six years ago now, founder and CEO of Health and Wellness Networks, an online weight loss business that generated revenues of over $1 million in its first year in operation. After a couple of years, I was able to sell that. So I do have quite a bit of experience in health and wellness, not just in the direct sales business, but just in online sales in general. So I know the business very, very well. So in taking a look at what we're going to be dealing with tonight, tonight's agenda, we're going to talk a little bit about why Facebook. Even though I covered that in the video that most of you have seen, I want to kind of revisit some of those points. We're going to talk a little bit about how Facebook works specifically. We're going to talk about personal pages versus business pages, or what used to be called fan pages, and group pages and how they all work. We're going to talk about the key benefits of each one of those pages, how they relate to Facebook. A little bit about the basics of Facebook. I'm going to specifically get into prospect generation and one specific aspect of prospect generation. I've even got a case study for you that we're going to go through. We're going to get into exactly what I've put together with Facebook Domination and also how you can participate. So again, I've got a lot of ground to cover tonight. So just kind of sit back, relax, take some notes if you want. This is being recorded, so you all are going to get a copy of the recording after we're done tonight anyway. Let's talk a little bit about why Facebook. Obviously, over 1 billion active users. If it were a country, it'd be the 3rd largest country on the planet. I mean, these are all potential customers out there. In the U.S. alone, there's 166 million active users. But here's why I think Facebook for the health and wellness direct sales professional is so critically important. There are over 15 million health and wellness prospects on Facebook in the U.S. alone. 15 million identified people who have raised their hand to say, I'm interested in health and wellness solutions. That's an interest. So again, over 15 million prospects in the U.S. alone that have raised their hand and identified themselves on Facebook that they are interested in health and wellness solutions. let's take a look at exactly how it works. What you're looking at here on the screen is what you all see when you go to your Facebook home page. Not your profile page, but your home page. This is the wall, in essence. This is the news feed. This is what you all see. And again, depending on how many friends you have, or even if you've got it set up for friends of friends, you could see, oh my gosh, thousands and thousands and thousands of messages come across your news feed on a daily basis if all you were doing was staring at it all day long, kind of like what I do. But again, for most of you, you don't do that. But this is what most of you see right here when you go to your home page. Now, just as a differentiation, and again, what most people don't see is your personal page. The only time they're going to see your personal page is if they're checking you out. Let's say you've sent them a friend request, and they're checking you out. They're going to go directly to your page, directly to your personal profile page. Okay, your personal profile page is certainly different than your business page, and we're going to talk about the differentiation here in a minute. But what I really want you to understand is when people see what you post, they're not looking at it here on your personal profile page. They're seeing it in their news feed, right? What we looked at here before. They're seeing it here. They're not seeing it here. The only time that they will see this is if they specifically come to your personal profile page, and normally that's only when they're checking you out, okay? And then, of course, we've got business pages. And the business page is, again, very specifically designed to promote your business on Facebook. They used to be called fan pages. I think maybe some people still call them fan pages. But really what they are business pages. This has a lot more flexibility for you. I have a lot of people who ask me, Rick, what's the difference? Why wouldn't I? And I see a lot of people, they do not have a business page, and I think it's a huge mistake. And a lot of people go, well, Rick, I just use my personal page. And I'm telling you right now, your personal page has a different use for business on Facebook than your business page does. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But I encourage everybody that I work with, and again, it's part of my training and what I teach, is build a business page. And again, there's a right way and a wrong way to do this, right way and a wrong way to get it all set up. And again, I'm going to touch on some of that here in a minute. But again, business pages, if you're building a business on Facebook, if you're using Facebook to market, you absolutely want to have a business page to be able to do that. And then, of course, there are group pages. I love group pages. Group pages serve a number of different functions. This is one that I set up it's going on about 2 years now. Got 821 members in this particular group. And again, this was a marketing group I specifically did for a specific direct sales company. And I've done 3 or 4 of these now, I think, over the last 2 or 3 years. But again, group pages are terrific for a number of reasons, and we're going to touch on that in a minute. So again, specifically, key benefits of your personal profile. This allows you to personalize the face behind the business. This gives a person that's connecting with you for business, a prospect for business purposes, this puts a face behind the business, your personal profile page. This is where you build your followers. This is where you really friend people. This is where you start making the connection, because you can't really do that through your business page. You have to do it through your personal profile page. So there's a lot of back and forth that you're going to do between your personal profile and your business page. But this is where you start to build your followers. This is where you start to make that initial connection. This really allows you to become a public figure, and I want you to think about that, okay? A lot of you, I think, may take your personal profile a little too personally and realize if you're looking to use Facebook as a marketing tool for your business, it's going to be connected to your personal profile one way or another. You can't stay away from it. You can't hide it. So be careful about how you portray yourself personally on Facebook, okay? And I'm just putting that out there. I'm not going to go into details now. I definitely go into details when, with my students. But realize this allows you to become a public figure in a good way. So be careful about what you're putting on your personal profile. Personal profile is where you're really going to build trust. It's really how people get to know you. This really does allow you to build that trust factor. This is where you really are doing a lot of your networking. You're doing a lot of your networking with your personal profile, not necessarily on your business page. And for some reason, by the way, everybody should be muted out, but I hear some background noise. So if you could, everybody just mute your phone. If you would for me, mute your phones. And then the other thing that you're doing with your personal profile is you're creating and you're sharing interesting content. This is where you're really making that connection. And again, it's different content a lot of times than what you're sharing on your business profile. And this really does kind of go back and forth between personal and business, and we'll talk more about that as well. Okay, taking a look at the key benefits of your business page, this is where you brand your business. Your business page is where you brand your business. This is where you really kind of set the tone for what your business is all about and how you want to portray yourself from a business standpoint to your prospects. You certainly are building followers with your business page. Really, these are your prospects. The people that like your page are your prospects. But you're not able to make a personal connection through your business page. You have to do it through your personal profile. And again, there's a right way to do that. We talk about it. You connect with your audience with your business page. It allows you to really connect with your audience being your prospects. And in many cases, your prospects becoming your customers as well through your business page. Your business page allows you to create targeted ads. Okay, or you can promote a post through your business page. Again, very, very important. You can't do that with your personal page. You could build and advertise landing tabs. This is like having unlimited number of lead generation pages that you can have on your business page. Very few people do it. It is a very, very powerful tool. I use it all the time, and again, especially when I'm doing a targeted ad, rarely would I ever send somebody right to the home page of my business page or the business page that I'm advertising. I'm always sending them to a particular landing tab that I'm using to bring people to, because I want them to get specific information once they get over to my business page. And then this really does allow you to communicate with your prospects and customers in a little bit different way than your personal profile does. Okay, so key benefits of your group page. This allows you to network with a target audience. And again, when I say group page, there's two opportunities here. One, you could set up your own group pages, build your own network of like-minded people. And again, you want to do that only if you have a large audience to reach out to that's going to make some sense. But group pages are also great for prospecting. It's also great for networking. So you're looking for group pages that have like-minded people as part of them. And when I say like-minded people, again, think prospects. Group pages where you really build community. This is really a community page is what group pages are all about. You can offer support through a group page. It's a great way to do it. If you you set up you've got your health and wellness business, you could offer support through a group page that you set up. And again, support in this case could be education, about the product, questions about the product that you're answering, etc. You're certainly creating conversation on a group page. That's the great thing about having a group page. You're getting a lot more interaction usually on group pages than you are on your personal page or your business page. It does definitely allow you to build a prospect database. That's another key benefit of having a Facebook or being part of a Facebook group page. Okay, let's talk a little bit about the basics of Facebook. Here's some best practices, and I'm just going to throw these out there at you. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them, but these are some very, very critically important things that a lot of people make mistakes with when they first get on Facebook, and it can really give them and create some problems for them. Here's the number one, and I know this really is kind of like, well, thank you for sharing this, Captain Obvious, but it really isn't obvious. It's not obvious for a lot of people. Don't spam your friends' walls, meaning do not go to anybody that you have a connection with on Facebook go to their personal profile page and post a sales message on their page. Don't do it unless they say you can. Now, if they say you can, for whatever reason, don't know why, but if they say you can, then sure, absolutely do that. But I see people doing that all the time. What happens is, you know, if somebody notices it, the friend that you posted the wall, they'll delete it. They get ticked off. They may delete you as a friend. They may report you to Facebook. You can get booted off of Facebook for doing this. The bottom line is don't do it. Hey, folks, I still have some background noise. Some of you are not muted out. Would you please, if you would, mute your phones out? Just use the mute button on your phone to mute yourself out, please. Thank you. Here's what you really want to share on Facebook, okay? You want to share educational, inspirational, motivational, and funny content. Funny content, you know, is viewed in the, you know, it's in the eye of the beholder, right, obviously, but funny content in good taste, right? Again, remember, you have to understand your audience here, okay? You have to understand that your audience in health and wellness will span across the board. They're from every religion. They're from every political persuasion, okay? Men, women, it's across the board, okay? So just what you share, be aware of that, okay? Be aware of that when you're sharing it. A lot of you wear your political beliefs and your religious beliefs on your sleeve on Facebook. And you know what? That's what Facebook's all about. You know, it's a free speech type of place. But from a business perspective, unless you're looking to attract those people that you are politically aligned with or religiously aligned with, I would just caution you from sharing that kind of information on your page. Because remember, all of your business prospects are going to see that as well. So So sharing educational, inspirational, motivational, funny content is absolutely what you want to do. And here's the big tip. Photos and videos get 10 times more attention than just plain text. So if you're going to share anything, okay, and you've got a message, let's say you want to put just a message, something you've thought about, put a picture with it. It doesn't have to exactly match your message, but put a picture with it, because photos get noticed much, much more, and videos, 10 times more actually, and they get more likes, they get more shares than anything you put out there that's just plain text. Because remember, when you put that out there, it's showing up in the news feed, along with all kinds of other stuff that other people are putting out there. You want to get that attention. The way you do it is with a photo or a video. That's how you're going to get the most out of this. And then finally, on best practices, it's the good old 80-20 rule. What's the 80-20 rule? 80% of the time, you're sharing educational, inspirational, motivational, funny content that is absolutely not related to your business. 20% of the time, you're sharing information that's related to your business, something that's directly related to what you're selling, okay? 80-20. Try to stick with that. So for every 10 posts, 8 of those have absolutely nothing to do with your business. 2 of them do. Try to stick with that rule. It really will serve you in the long run. And a lot of people ask, well, Rick, you know, how many things should I share during the course of the day? And again, I don't know that there's any right or wrong answer. Certainly, I think there are people that overshare, that post way too much. But I would say on a business page, you're wanting to post maybe anywhere from 2 to 4 posts a day. And, of course, you can schedule those posts. And, again, I'm not going to go into detail on that, but you do have the opportunity to schedule those posts on your business page through Facebook. So you could go in first thing in the morning and schedule 4 different posts, and it takes you 10 minutes. And then you don't have to worry about posting for the rest of the day on your business page. You can't do it on your personal page, but you can on your business page. There are tools that allow you to post automatically to your personal page, and I've got mixed feelings about auto-posting tools. It's definitely been proven that auto posts don't get the visibility that you just posting yourself gets. So thank you for the bingo, whoever just said that, by the way. Again, you aren't muted, so if you would please mute your phone, I'd appreciate it. But anyway, just stick to these rules, these best practices, and it will go a long way to helping you establish the right kind of presence on Facebook. This is really what it's all about. I mean, at the end of the day, Facebook is all about connecting. And there's 3 different audiences that you're going to connect with on Facebook. And these 3 audiences direct very, very closely to you building your direct sales business, okay? First thing, when you get in a direct sales business, you're told to do by, your upline leadership, the person that brought you in the business, hey, sit down and make a list. Make a list of your warm market, your friends, your family, your close acquaintances, people that you really know that you're close to. Make a list. Some people it's 20, some people it's 100, some people it's 50, whatever it happens to be. Certainly Facebook allows you to instantly connect to your warm market, and I'll show you how in a minute. Here's the second market that's terrific on Facebook and that Facebook allows you to connect with. It's what I call your acquaintance market. These are people that you know, but you've lost contact with. And again, what I mean by that is you might have gone to school with them. You might have you used to work with them, 10 years ago, 5 years ago. You used to live in a town or your hometown, and you left there 15 years ago. Any number of cases where you have a number of people you've met in your lifetime, but you've lost contact with them. School would probably be one of the biggest things, whether it's high school or whether it's your college or university. Facebook really gives you a great opportunity to connect with this acquaintance market. And again, I'll show you specifically how to do that in a minute. And then finally, the biggest market you have on Facebook is what I call the like-minded market. These are people that you absolutely do not know, but you share a common interest or you share a common connection. What I mean by common connection is you may have friends that have friends that you don't know personally, but you can connect through them, okay? And common interest, what's a common interest? Well, obviously, we're looking for people who are interested in health and wellness solutions, right? We're interested in people who care about their health, who are looking for healthy solutions. Those are the people that you would connect with this way. And that could number easily into the tens of thousands, actually into the hundreds of thousands of people that you potentially can connect with. Here's how you find your warm market. Now take a look at what's on the screen. Up at the top of your Facebook page, any page that you're on in Facebook, you're going to see this little icon here. It's like a couple. If you put your cursor over this or click on it, you're going to get this little drop-down box, and it's going to say Friend Requests. Click on Find Friends. So you want to click on Find Friends, and that's going to take you to this screen right here. This is how you find your warm market, or how you can really start to quickly connect with your warm market when you initially set your Facebook profile up. Basically, you can connect using, depending on what your email is. If it's AOL, it's Yahoo, if it's Gmail, if you're on Skype. I mean, there's any number of things that this allows you to connect with and find your friends. So this is how Facebook makes it super easy for you to connect with your warm market, people that you already know, very, very quickly. Now, finding your acquaintance market is a little bit different. From this same page right here, if you scroll down this page, you're going to end up seeing people you may know, and you're going to see this See All button right here. If you click on that See All button, it takes you to a very interesting page that most people never get to. This is a page called Find Friends from Different Parts of Your Life. And this page will allow you to do two things. One, connect with your acquaintance market especially, but it's also a good tool to use to connect with your like-minded market. And here's how it works. On the left-hand side here, you will see a number of different filters, one of which is school filter, high school. So in this case, I put a little checkbox against where I graduated from high school, John Burroughs High School in Burbank, California, and it gives me a list of people that I may know that I might have lost contact with. And I can tell you right now, I know Clint, I know Chris, I know Linda. So all of these people that I went to school with that I am not friends with on Facebook, that I could go in and I can add as a friend, add as a friend, add as a friend, add as a friend. Okay? This is how you find your acquaintance market. It could be your hometown. It could be the city you currently live in. It could be your college or university you could put that into. There's a filter down here for where you've worked before in the past. You could just put any company name in there, and it'll bring up those people that potentially you might know that you can start connecting with. This is a great way for you to connect with and find your acquaintance market. And then finally, your like-minded market. There's a number of ways to do this. I'm going to show it to you specifically using this Find Friends from Different Parts of Your Life tool. So this, again, I'm using the example of mutual friend. Okay, if I click on Gina, who I'm friends with on Facebook, it brings up this whole list of people that I probably don't even know. I don't know these people. I'm not friends with them on Facebook, but it gives me that opportunity to create that connection, because I can add them as a friend. I can send them a message saying, hey, we both have a couple of friends in common. Matter of fact, if you look right here, it tells you how many mutual friends you have. I mean, I checked off Gina, but then it gives you a list based on the number of mutual friends that you have. So again, you click add a friend, and Bill will check me out, and he sees that I've got 15, 16 friends in common with him. He's more than likely then to accept my friend request at that point. Okay. One quick note about friend requests. If you're sending a friend request to people that you don't know, you better keep it to about 5, maybe 10, but safely 5 a day. If you go over that 5 a day in adding friends, people that you absolutely do not know, you will get flagged by Facebook. You'll get a warning. And in many cases, you'll get it could be anywhere from a 3, 5, 7-day suspension. If you continue to do it, Facebook could absolutely boot you because you're in violation of their term, or what they think you're in violation of their terms of service. So just again, a little tip: if you try to get real aggressive with doing friend requests, Facebook will bust you for it. Okay. Now, there are many, many ways to create connections, to generate prospects using Facebook without ever having to run an ad. So why am I showing you Facebook ads at this point? Well, you'll see in a minute why, but it's probably the fastest, most powerful way if you do it right. I have to emphasize that. If you do it right, there's so many ways to do it wrong, and people do it all the time, and they waste their money. They might as well flush their money down the toilet. But if you do it the right way, it's one of the fastest, most powerful ways for you to generate super qualified prospects for your business. Okay, I'm going to show you a specific example here. But Facebook ads, if you haven't noticed them, and you should have, on the right-hand side of every page, you'll see, I don't know, it's usually 7 or 8 ads. 7 or 8 ads. You may have never clicked on these, but trust me when I say there are a lot of people that click on these ads all the time, okay? And again, if you've done a good job putting an ad together, you've done a good job targeting, these ads could definitely more than pay for themselves. But I'm going to show you a way here. Actually, I can show you a way where you're going to get your first round of prospects and a good chunk of prospects for absolutely no money out of your pocket using Facebook ads. So let's get to a specific case study. This is with one of my students, Christine Plesko. In Christine, we put this ad together for Christine for her business, and we specifically sent them to a landing page on her business page. And again, she's got a health and wellness business, and we sent the ad pointed directly to this landing page. So they didn't even see this right off the bat. They didn't even come to her home page. They went right to this landing page right here specifically because it had a specific message that was tied to the ad itself. I'm not going to show you the ad because I want to respect the fact that Christine is getting great results out of this ad, and I don't necessarily want to share it with everybody at this point in a public forum, although I will share it with everybody that are students of mine. But anyway, so Christine, we set this up for Christine. We ran this ad. The ad targeted, okay, people that were 30 and older, lived in the U.S., all women who like healthy diet. They specifically have said they like healthy diet. Anything related to a healthy diet, they like, okay? What that did was it created a pool of people, 882,840 people, that the ad targeted, okay? You can see the results of the ad. This was actually only after about 4 days. We had 137 actions on it, 136 clicks. The ad reached, what reach means is how many people actually potentially saw the ad. 14,407 people. We got a click-through rate of about 0.5%. And I can tell you in the world of Facebook marketing, 0.5% click-through rate is phenomenal. It's fantastic. The average click-through rate is about 0.25%. Okay, so we did really, really well with this. Now, specifically, what did this ad do for Chris? In 4 days' time, she generated 80 qualified prospects, 80 people who came to her page, liked her page, and began to make that connection. 80 people in 4 days' time. The total cost to her was free. She actually didn't spend a dime. The actual cost, if she would have paid for it, was $41.34. So again, for 80 prospects, cost per lead, if she would have paid for it, was only 51 cents per lead. Now let me ask you a question. Would you pay 51 cents for a qualified lead for somebody that specifically came to you through an ad for your business that spoke specifically to what your company does, what your product does, what your solution is? The answer is, of course, yes. In the network marketing world, if you were to purchase a lead from a company that develops qualified leads specifically for the health and wellness industry, okay, you're going to pay anywhere from $10 to $20 for an exclusive lead. So being able to have a program that can generate leads, well, initially, and I tell you what, I can show you all day long how to get $50 free from Facebook to start your ad campaign. What's $50 going to get Chris? $50, well, $41 got her 80, so 50 for sure is going to get her 100. How'd you like to have 100 qualified prospects for your business? The reason we had to stop the ad, you know why? She can't follow up. It's too hard to follow up with all these people. So we had to pause the ad to allow her to catch up with all of these people, to do the friend request, to make the connection, to send them messages, etc., so that she can begin to develop the relationship. Because remember, it's all about building relationship. That's the great thing about Facebook. It's all about building relationships. So again, these 80 qualified people are not friends of Chris's. Well, many of them are now, but she's in the process now of converting these now to friends, okay, where then she is going to have them as on her personal profile connected to her business page as well, okay? So again, this gives you a tremendous opportunity to instantly, I mean, this took 4 days, guys, 4 days. Chris had 80 qualified prospects for her business, specifically interested, in this case, was specifically interested in a weight loss solution. Specifically interested in a weight loss solution. 80 qualified prospects that came through an ad that specifically talked about weight loss and even showed the product. So in other words, it wasn't even a hidden type thing where it was kind of like, yeah, sure, I want to lose weight. What's this all about? It was pretty clear in the ad that it was about a product. So again, these 80 people, very, very qualified, and it, you know, again, because I've done this so much, the conversion factor on qualified prospects in these cases is actually quite high. So again, with the right approach, the right follow-up with these 80, she could probably expect to convert about 20% of these 80, or about 16, into customers, and a certain percentage of those into business partners. Okay, to build your team. So again, think about it. 16 potential new customers, okay? 16 potential new customers. Again, would that be a shot in the arm for your business? Absolutely it would. And then out of those 16, if you ended up with 6 or 7 new people in your business as well, new team members in your business, what would that do for your business as well? Okay, so again, very, very powerful way to position yourself within the Facebook world. So what we're talking about here is part of a program, part of a training system that I've put together now called Facebook Domination. And again, Facebook Domination is really a culmination of what I've done on Facebook training programs over the past 3 or 4 years. Facebook changes constantly. The last training program that I put together was about 18 months ago, and I can tell you that things have changed quite a bit in the past 18 months. So everything that I'm doing is related to the new changes that have been implemented in Facebook, new look, new changes, new policies, new features, all incorporated into what I'm doing on Facebook Domination. The one thing that I want to emphasize here that's very important to understand is this is the only Facebook training program that's designed exclusively for direct sales professionals in the health and wellness industry. It's the only one. I've done specific training programs for companies, just flat out for companies in the health and wellness industry. This is designed for direct sales professionals in any health and wellness company. Okay, so it's not specific to any company, but it's specific to the health and wellness industry, and the messaging around that, prospect development around that, it is very, very specific. So again, there's a number of really good Facebook training programs out there, some of them very, very expensive. I've 3-4 years ago, I probably went through all of them. But again, all of those are generic for the most part in nature. There are some Facebook training programs designed for direct sales professionals, but again, it's not just specific to the health and wellness industry. So Facebook Domination is designed for direct sales professionals in the health and wellness industry, designed to basically give you the tools that you need to have to be able to dominate Facebook in your arena, be able to be what I call the upper 5%, the upper 5% of all individuals on Facebook that really know what they're doing and are really leveraging Facebook to be able to build their business. The rest of everybody else, the other 95%, are just throwing, crap up on the wall to see what sticks, and frankly it doesn't, and then everybody gets frustrated and says, well, Facebook's, a lousy way to build your business. Let's just go back to, knocking on people's doors. I can tell you right now, without question, as I said in my intro video, Facebook is the number one resource, without question, the number one resource to build your business with, period. And it's absolutely terrific for the health and wellness industry because, again, there seems to be a huge number of people on Facebook that are interested in health and wellness solutions. So, again, it makes it for a great prospecting tool for that very reason. Now, here's what I've put together. I've put together a 5-week program, and when I say a 5-week program, right now, this is the very beginning stages of Facebook Domination. I'm going to do 5 weekly webinars. I have supplemental training that's going to go in between those weekly webinars, but I'm going to do 5 weekly webinars. It's going to be a total of 25 hours of training that we're going to have over the 5 weeks. All of this is going to be recorded. All of this, you're going to have 24/7 access to all of those video recordings. I'm a video kind of guy. I believe the best training you could ever get is video training or DVD training, but video training. So everything that I do, so if you're looking at this and you're going, okay, I'm not going to be able to, if you're doing this every Monday night, Rick, I don't know that I'm going to be able to make it every Monday night. That's okay. It's all recorded. So you can access it the next day. You can access it the next day. You can access it at 2 o'clock in the morning, at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, whenever is convenient for you. That's the way all of my trainings are designed. So anyway, 5-week program, 25 hours of training. Week 1 is Facebook Marketing 101. A lot of what I just went through kind of on the surface we're going to get very, very in-depth with here in week 1. Week 2, marketing with your personal profile. How best to do that? What does it take to really create a personal profile and use that and maximize that for your advantage in building your business? Week 3, we get into your business page. We talk about marketing with your business page. If you haven't set one up, we're going to talk about setting one up. Matter of fact, part of the supplemental training that I'll have for this is showing you specifically how to build your page and do it in a very powerful way, how to add tabs on there. But we're going to talk specifically in week 3 in this particular module, marketing with your business page and how to get the most out of that. Your personal page, your business page are going to tie together without question. We're going to show you how to do that here in week 2 and week 3. Week 4, marketing in groups. This is one of my favorite things to do. It's a very powerful thing. It absolutely can be abused. So what I'm going to teach you is how not to abuse it. I'm going to teach you how to be a positive contributor in groups, and then also how to start your own groups and what kind of dynamic do you have to have a successful group. So we'll deal with that in week 4. And then finally in week 5, we're going to get into one of my favorite topics and what I just showed you, how to develop leads using the Facebook ad program, and I'll show you how to get that credit for free from Facebook to get your first $50 generated for free. Week 5, we really zero in on that because, again, if you want to develop leads as quickly as possible, that's the way to do it. But here's the caveat. You could say to me, well, Rick, why don't you just show me? Why don't we skip all the rest of this stuff and you just go right to lead generation with ads? There's a reason I have it last. Why is that? The reason I have it last is you've got to know the rest of this stuff for the ad, the follow-up on the ad stuff to work effectively for you. You have to know week 1 through 4. You have to be comfortable with that so that when you start getting these prospects like Chris did, when she got those 80 prospects in 4 days, she had already gone through a lot of my other training, so she had a really good feel for how do I, what do I need to do to follow up with these people. And then what I've done is I put together additional training resources. Let me tell you something a little bit about me, and you'll see this if you haven't worked with me before in the past. Once you go to my page, my Facebook Domination page, it's not the page that you originally went to sign up for the webinar, but it's a different page I'm going to send you to. Once you go to that page, you're going to see that I've got some feedback from people that have gone through my training courses before. The one thing that they'll tell you about me, if you contact them, and you can contact them through Facebook, by the way. Many of you may even be friends with some of the people you'll see on my page. You can ask them specifically. But what they'll tell you is I always over-deliver in my training, always. I always provide more resources than not, okay? And some of the resources that I provide will be, I've got a complete Facebook basics that I put together for newbies. This may not apply to you. This is for people that are brand new to Facebook, that need to get comfortable with Facebook, that really need to understand it, or for people that just need, kind of a refresher course. I've put together a Facebook Basics program. It's 5 video series, really covers all the bases. And again, if you're looking at this as a potential tool for your team, because I'll tell you right now, if you're building a team and your team is out there on Facebook and they're willy-nilly just throwing things up there and throwing things around and they're not getting anything out of it, I'm telling you right now, you're going to want your team to get tied into this as well. But again, if you've got people that are brand new to Facebook, this is going to be a terrific resource for them. I've got a bunch of Facebook fan page templates that you guys are going to love. That's part of my training resources, additional training resources. And I've got a terrific, this is actually in PDF form, 2013 Facebook Marketing Guide. It's about 75 or 80 pages. It goes into detail. It's something that you can actually have and print out and have in your hands that definitely complements what I will be doing, what I will be giving you in all of the video training that I'm putting out for you over that 5-week time span. So again, these are the additional training resources. Now, if I were to break this down, program value, and I always have to do this when I put together a training program, because kind of like I want to know what all this is worth, because I never charge as much as it's worth, and I don't know, maybe it's just kind of a marketing thing. But if I were to put a value in the 5 weeks of step-by-step training, easily $1,000 value. I've seen people charge this much for their Facebook training. the additional training resources that I provide, it's actually probably more than the $500. And then I've got a bonus feature here at the end I'm going to show you that's easily worth $500. So the total program value of what I'm offering with Facebook Domination, easily $2,000 program value, but obviously I'm not charging $2,000. I'm only charging $197. That's one time. This isn't going to be a monthly program, even though I'm going to be keeping up with it monthly. I'm going to be setting up a Facebook group for it. There's going to be a lot of new content that I'm going to be constantly adding to this. Facebook Domination now for me is probably where I'm going to hang my hat, and this is really what I'm going to do for the foreseeable future. Because I love health and wellness, because I love direct sales, that's my background, that's my area of expertise. I'm going to continue to build Facebook Domination, certainly for the remainder of this year. And as I do that, I will constantly add value to it. I will constantly add content to it. So you will ultimately get in for $197. You won't have to pay a dime. Somewhere down the road, I'm probably going to turn it into a monthly membership type thing. But you getting in at $197 will take advantage of everything that I do in the future, along with all of the great training that's in there right now. You see the website right there that you can go to, that fbdomination.biz, okay? It's fbdomination.biz, and you're going to get a lot more information. But here's what I want, the final thing I want to give you tonight is this webinar bonus. The first 7 people, and I know 7's a random number, but actually for me it's about all I can handle at any one time to do this. The first 7 people who sign up, I'm going to create a Get Done For You Facebook ad campaign just like I did for Chris, just the one that generated 80 prospects for her in 4 days. Normally I charge $500 to do that for somebody, okay? For you guys, the first 7 people who sign up, that Get Done For You Facebook ad campaign, absolutely free as part of your getting in and taking advantage of this offer right now. So again, fbdomination.biz. This is is being recorded, so you're going to be able to. You'll get a link to this recording probably by tomorrow morning. You can watch it again, but take advantage of this. This Get Done For You Facebook ad campaign is huge. It's instant prospects for you. I may hold off a little bit on it for you. To let you catch up with some of the training first, but run this for you, generate those leads for you, and you can imagine what that could do for your business. I want to thank everybody tonight for being here. I want to thank you for taking the time to spend with me, and I look forward to connecting with you here on Facebook Domination and you being part of this training program. Good night, everybody.